Hi, Dads. Well, there's good news. I just found out that we have officially survived the apocalypse. Yes, it's May 20, whatever it is, and we've been droning on and on and on about how the world was going to come to an end, and of course it didn't. So there's the good news. Now, here's the bad news. We still got to find a way to pay for our lives and our lifestyles. Now, of course, as a stay at home father, you would think, that your full time job is to, of course, take care of the family. However, most families these days don't make enough by one income to be able to support the entire family. Therefore, one of the things that you can do as a stay at home dad is you can actually help with the family income. Now, there are a variety of ways that you can do this, and today I'm going to cover a couple of them. I'm going to go over three different ways that I've found of making money online and making money for helping out around the house. Now, the first way that you can go about helping out with the family budget is actually through helping to stretch the dollar that your wife is bringing home. A great way to do this is through doing coupons. Now, there's a new show on TLC, the channel TLC, called Extreme Couponing, and this show displays this so much better than I could ever explain it to you. Through couponing, you can actually, I've seen people on this TV show save 98 plus percent of their entire bill. They'll go in, they'll come out with $500-600 worth of stuff that they'll literally pay for under $10 for simply by using coupons. Now, of course, this takes a lot of planning and a lot of organizing. You're going to burn up a lot of time on Sundays clipping coupons. If you're going to do this, I would recommend. I always watch them on the show, and they're always using scissors to clip the coupons. We're men. We can do better than that. I would recommend using either a straight razor or a utility knife to go through and do this. And get yourself an organizer if you want to keep track of stuff using your computer. That can help too. You can find coupons online at sites like couponbug.com. There are sites online that are dedicated completely to teaching you how to be an extreme couponer. Now, by doing this, you'll be able to take and virtually eliminate your grocery bill from your family's budget, which, believe me, that is a huge, huge savings to you. Couple that with the fact that just by being a stay-at-home dad, you're able to eliminate the cost of childcare, paying a babysitter to raise your kids, which truthfully, I've never understood why people would work two jobs to pay somebody else to raise their children. Why did you have children if you're not going to raise them? Better to save the money that you would be paying a babysitter, and believe me, childcare is quite expensive. Save that money, make the family budget, make the family dollar stretch a little bit further. So that's one good way of helping your wife around the house with bringing in a little bit of income. Now, another way that you can go about helping out is something that I did for an entire year. Now, this is going to sound a little bit strange, but one of the things that you can look into is online sweepstakes. There are websites like onlinesweepstakes.com, which is a complete database of every sweepstakes that a whole group of people can go out and find that you can enter for free and possibly win things. Now, if you're going to do this, entering sweepstakes isn't quite what you would think. It becomes a mathematical probability that you're trying to make yourself win. Now, what I mean by that is in a typical sweepstakes, say you had a 1 in a thousand chance of winning. Odds are pretty good you're not going to win, right? You have 1 in a thousand chances. Well, what if you spent every day entering 1,000 sweepstakes? Now, believe it or not, this is quite possible because I did it for a while. I was entering anywhere from 800 to 1,000 sweepstakes every single day for a full year. You thereby go about making the odds flip so that it's actually probable that you're going to start winning stuff. And believe it or not, I started winning some really amazing things. I did this for a year, and in the year that I did it, I was able to win a brand new Palm Pilot. I was able to win an entire service of Emerald Ware. I mean, this is expensive cookware that Emerald Lagasse put out. I won a $1,400 treadmill that I turned around and sold for profit. By the end of it, I think the running total that I had made for the year was somewhere in the neighborhood of about $14,000 to $20,000 worth of products that I got simply for entering sweepstakes all day. Now, it is a tedious way to do it. It is a grind, and if you're going to be a stay-at-home dad, your focus is going to have to be on the children primarily. So again, you're going to want to get organized if you're going to do this. I would recommend only going after sweepstakes that are the thing that have things that you really want to win. Don't waste your time on entering a bunch of stuff that you're not going to do anything with, and you're probably not going to be able to sell. To that end, if you're going to go to one of these sites, I would recommend actually paying. Now, this is something I don't recommend too often. I don't recommend paying out money. Pay for their premium subscription. The reason being is if you get a premium subscription with some of these sites, they will give you access to a lot lesser advertised sweepstakes that you'll find. Now, what this will do, of course, is if it's not nearly as advertised as the rest of them, there's going to be a lot fewer entries. It's going to greatly improve your odds. Go ahead and suck it up. Pay. It's like $30 for a year at onlinesweepstakes.com, and it's a really good system. They have things in place to help you get organized so that you know exactly what you're entering and keeping track of everything. I'm not doing it full time the way that I was, but I still enter. And as a matter of fact, just the day my son was born, I got news that I had won a $500 chunk of gold for filling out a form. Now, something that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a automatic form filler. You can use something like RoboForm, or Internet Explorer actually comes with a form filler in it now, or the Yahoo toolbar will do form fill for you. These will fill these forms out for you a lot faster, so that you don't have to sit there and manually type in your name, address, and phone number over and over and over again. Now, if you want to be really highly slick, I would recommend getting yourself a programmable computer mouse, one that has 5 buttons on it. The reason being is you can actually program your mouse so that if you click one of the buttons, it'll close the window browser. If you click a second button, it'll copy everything. If you click another button, it'll paste it automatically. Um, if you learn how to work a mouse, a 5 button programmable mouse, you can pretty much do a lot of the stuff that you would need a keyboard to do with just the hand and just using the mouse. I mean, it really has taken and saved me just days worth of time doing my computing and trying to remain organized. Now, the final way that you can think about helping to bring in some money for the family is by running a small business out of the home. Now, I myself do this. I am a small business owner that I started with absolutely nothing. I had no product, I had no money. My business actually started out with I put it up as a joke. I put up a joke and somebody gave me a couple of bucks, and I parlayed that money into, by the time I was done, I have about 25,000 items that I have up for sale on sites like eBay and Amazon.com. Now, where do I get this kind of stuff? Well, what I mostly deal in is myself is I do old LP records and record albums, and I also do some other items like books, softback books and hardbound books. Now, what I do is I go to places like auction houses, which if you have a newborn baby, they love going to an auction house. Newborn babies love white noise, what's called white noise. It's basically just droning noise of crowds and just background noise and stuff like that. You bring a newborn baby into an auction house, they start hearing all that noise, they're out like a light. They fall fast asleep. I would go into these places and I could buy a big box of old records, and I'll pay, about $20 a box. I'll end up paying anywhere from about 15 cents a record to 30 cents a record. Bring the box home, put the records up online individually, sell them for $10 a piece, give them free shipping. You're turning a profit, a huge profit. By the time it was done, I was making $5.50 a piece off of every record that I paid 15 cents for. Likewise with books, give people free shipping. They love it. They eat it up. Give them a promotion. They love that too. They'll eat that up. I'd recommend finding your own niche. If you can't get out to auction houses, yard sales are a great place to go to. There are yard sales you can go to. If you have a phone that can run apps. There's an app called yardsaler.com. I'm sorry, Yard Saler. The app is called Yard Saler, and it will literally tell you every yard sale in your area, when it's going on. It pulls the information off of Craigslist. By the way, I forgot to mention, if you're going to go to auctions, there's a website, auctionzip.com. If you put in your zip code and hit enter, it will tell you, it will bring up a calendar and tell you every auction that is going to happen within a 30-mile radius around your house for 30 days, for the next 30 days. Here where I am in Lancaster, literally, there is not a day goes by that there isn't 5 auctions to 50 auctions going on within a 30-mile radius of me. So I can always find an auction to go to. The nice thing with Auction Zip is a lot of times they'll give you previews of what you're going to find there too. So you'll be able to pull that kind of information. So you have yard sales is the next way that you can go. And then the other thing that I did was I would actually buy things online. I would buy in bulk online. When they would arrive, I would trunk them down and sell them individually. I would see like Boy Scout handbook manuals, the old merit badge books. If you were in the Boy Scouts, you know what I'm talking about. They were the books that you had to go through and complete all the chores that were in there, and then you would get your merit badge. Well, oftentimes people will just bring out their entire collection of 50 or 60 of these old books from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. They'll sell the whole thing as a lot. And you can get them for dirt cheap. They'll come shipped to your home, turn around, make a list of what they make a list, take an individual picture, and list every single one of them individually for $10. You'll probably pay about 25 to 50 cents a piece for them in bulk. You'll make about $5 to $7 a piece for them whenever you relist them, and people buy this stuff. If you put it up as a, I recommend doing buy it now because it improves your sell through rate because people are more inclined just to simply impulse shop and click the buy button. So these are the 3 ways right now that I'm going to cover. I'll get into more ways that you can make money and save money and everything else for your family just from the comfort of your own house and sitting on the couch. You're going to want to play around with it a little bit, find out which way works best for you, how you can make the most money for the time that you're investing. And like I said, always remember the kids and your wife's career are your primary goals. Remember, your wife is now the breadwinner. She is the woman. The old saying goes, behind every great man is the woman who put him there. Well, we need to flip that now. Your wife is now the great woman, and you need to be the man that makes her career and makes her look good. Can you do this? Absolutely. Any guy can. We've got the skills. We just are new to the world. I myself am proud to say that this month my wife was actually picked as being the mother of the month for the entire county in the local newspaper in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. My wife was picked for mother of the month, and I'm quite proud of her. And like I said, it's a team. You need to remember that it is now. You're not going to be the one that's out there in the limelight. You're going to be the one that's out there putting her up on a pedestal and making her look good for the rest of the world. Bringing in money and taking a little bit of that pressure off of her is a great way to start. Until next time, glad we all survived the apocalypse together, and we will see the next one coming up here next year. So hopefully that'll be the last one that we have to live through.